hi there. You must be the human applicant. You found us. Excellent. Well, come in. Don't mind the mistletoe audit happening in the hallway. They take their job very seriously. Welcome to the North Pole Human Resources, the heart of Christmas logistics and the soul of Santa's organizational chaos. I'm the senior pep specialist, unofficial cocoa taster, and the only elf here with a laminated certificate in festive conflict resolution. Between you and me, that just means I gotta tell the elves to stop sword fighting with candy cans. Alright, let's see. Name. Yes, got it. Species. Human. Bold choice. We love that. We've been looking to diversify our workshop. New perspectives. New limb sizes. Someone who can reach the top shelves without a ladder. Big plus. And the position you're applying for is Seasonal Elf Associate, Human Outreach Liaison, and potential mistletoe consultant. Your handwriting is very readable. That's new. Usually we get glitter glue or crayon. Tell me, are you nervous? It's okay if you are. We all were at our first HR meeting. Although mine involved a gingerbread man uprising, so the bar was pretty high. Oh, and don't worry, we only fire people out of cannons into the candy cane forest on Tuesdays. I'm kidding. Mostly. Alright, why don't you just sit there? Yes, right across from me. Perfect. Mind the tinsel. It's still shedding from last week's Decorate Your Desk with Passion workshop. Okay, you ready? Deep breath in. Smell the cinnamon in the air. And then exhale the holiday stress. Great. Then, let's officially begin your interview for Elf Integration and Festive Synergy Evaluation. Don't worry, it's only mildly terrifying. Now, before we begin, I do have to confirm. Are you aware that employment at Santa's workshop is a full-time year-round commitment to festive synergy and jolly productivity? In other words, can you keep up the Christmas spirit through March? It's easy in December, but March is where we really separate the elves from the shelf warmers. Great. Now then, question 1. A child writes to Santa asking for a unicorn. A real one. Do you A. manage expectations while upholding Santa's magic? B. order one from Amazon? Or C. pretend you didn't see it and hope the reindeer department handles it? Oh, how responsible. And here I thought you were the chaotic type. Don't worry, I like surprises. Next, your resume says that you're proficient in multitasking. That's good, because here we juggle toy quotas, sugar rushes, and emotional support for reindeer, all before noon. Just to be clear, when you said multitasking, you didn't mean watching Hallmark movies and napping, right? Because that's my job. Just kidding. I'm so busy I haven't slept in 4 days. Moving on. You've listened that you're lactose intolerant on your form. That could be a problem. You do realize that we are required, by contract, to drink a minimum of 12 ounces of milk per shift, right? For morale, and for strong bones. Don't worry. We can just put you on the Almanac pilot program, even if it's currently very controversial. We just won't tell Santa Claus our little secret. Now, tell me about a time you faced a workplace conflict. Let's say a coworker with a Grinch-like attitude. How would you handle that? Aw, well, you're definitely not going to go to the coal department. They usually suggest strategic re-gifting. Okay, now we have a few rapid-fire HR compliance checks. Please answer swiftly and honestly. First, have you ever intentionally re-gifted a present? Have you ever called fruitcake gross in a public setting? And finally, have you ever told a child that Santa isn't real? Oh, you hesitated. That's a major infraction. Don't worry. I can overlook it if you make it up to me with a cup of cocoa later. Bribery is a valid HR practice here. I'm almost done scoring you. Oh, one last question before we finish. And it's a very important one. How would you describe your commitment to Festive Synergy? Here at Santa & Co., we pride ourselves on cultivating an atmosphere of joy-driven collaboration and toy assembly optimization. Basically, do you vibe with glitter? Alright, interview complete. You've been, well, not so surprisingly, delightful. I had a good feeling about you. A little underqualified in candy cane twirling, but you make up for it in charm. And if HR doesn't hire you, well, I know someone in reindeer relations who owes me a favor. They're always looking for someone to warm the sleigh seats, if you know what I mean. I'm kidding. Maybe. I haven't done that since Santa caught me that one time. Talk about embarrassing. But, congratulations! You survived. You've been conditionally accepted into the elf training program. Only 17 forms of festive paperwork left. Just kidding. It's actually 22. You start immediately. The pay's terrible, the hours are long, but you get to see me every day. I have to say, you did wonderfully. You answered every question with enthusiasm, imagination, and a shocking lack of fear, which is impressive, considering I threw unicorn procurement strategy at you. Most applicants panic and start listing livestock. I once heard a 10-minute detailed plan on how to smuggle a live raccoon down a chimney. You, though. You kept your sleigh on course. There. Your official stamp of festive potential. You're practically glowing with holiday spirit. If you keep that up, said I might just put you on the nice list fast track. That's the one with free cocoa refills and early access to cookie rations. Very prestigious. Alright, come on. Let me walk you out. Watch your step. I'm sure you noticed on your way in, but the hallway floor is still a little sticky from the syrup spill in candy cane accounting. Long story. Short elf. A big maple disaster. Oh, and don't forget this. It's your temporary elf badge. It jingles when you walk. Because why not? And it's also how we find people who try to sneak into the cocoa bar after hours. Not that I ever would. Well, that's it. You're officially part of the holiday madness. Go get yourself a mug of hot cocoa. Meet the reindeer. Maybe throw a snowball or two under team building. And if you ever need a little HR follow-up, you know where to find me. Desk 3. Under the mistletoe. Welcome to the North Pole, rookie. Try not to melt any snowmen on your first day, alright? I'll see you later. Remember, you owe me a hot cocoa later.